Hello and welcome back, everybody. After a short delay, we are here with the first map of this second series of the day. I'd call it the Star Series between HAVU and Ego. I'm joined by Jeet, who's going to be sweet-talking us through all the action.
Oh, you just promised the viewers something I cannot deliver.
He can deliver it. He sweet-talks the viewer every single day, 7 days of the week. And it'll be no different here today.
Well, I'll do my best to give you guys like an insight in some of the things that I care about Counter-Strike. But for the most part, we'll just take you guys through the action and see how this one goes. Speaking of which, it's going to be starting on Nuke, and it's HAVU against Ego. How do you think this one is gonna pan out, Squid?
I don't know, because I've got a little bit of a soft spot for both of these teams. I think that we're going to get a good series of Counter-Strike, though. I would expect a 3-mapper here, personally.
No. Really?
You would not? Yeah, I expect a 3-mapper. I think that both of these teams are are really good. And I think with the maps all laid out, I think that both of these teams actually have an opportunity to take one of the maps. I think that we're actually expecting HAVU to probably pick up Vertigo, Ego with an opportunity to pick up Nuke, and then with Dust. Why? What are you expecting to happen?
I'm expecting a fairly convincing 2-0 for HAVU. I love Ego. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, I wanna put some faith into them. I put some stock into their. I put some stock into their nuke at least.
Sure. I mean,
even though, in fact, no. I take it back. I've just looked at the stats. My bad. All right, I'm gonna go home.
It's always nice to sugarcoat it and everything, but I'm here to break the bad news for you guys. It's probably not looking great for Ego. HAVU are the clear favorites in this one. Even like the bookmakers agree with us. And especially when you look at the stats, it's 27 times played in the last 3 months here on Nuke in favor of HAVU, and they've won 74% of those 27 times. Ego have played it 8 times, and they've won 38%. So this should be fairly easy pickings here for HAVU, but anything can happen in a game of Counter-Strike.
I wonder why Mirage wasn't picked first by Ego, because they've got a really high win percentage on that one. I would say that Vertigo is probably an opportunity for Ego as well. Like, they've got a decent win percentage on that. They've won 2 out of the 3 times they've played it in the last 3 months. But it shut down initially in this first round here. HAVU, I think we're definitely relying on the CT sides for both of these teams. HAVU, we know that they've got a very sturdy CT side. Finnish nuke play is often very, very strong. I do think that Vertigo is a little more up in the air, though. So if I can if every viewer out there can just forget what I said for the first maybe like minute or 2 of this, I'm going to change it all. This is what I do. I come out at you with confidence, and then I do the big kablooey, and then I just change it up. There you go.
I one time I was covering games with Dean Brownie.
Yeah.
And I set 4 different predictions, more or less at the start of the game, all of them.
Every caster does it. They all do it.
To cover like every single scenario, and Dean called me out on it, and I felt so bad.
Yeah, I usually call people out on it as well. I've had co-casters do that like a lot. Nice opening pickup from Woody, though. Of course, Furlan just trying to stretch his way in to find a little more than that single headshot. He moves in for a second. I think Zori obviously knows where he is, but wants to move into the A-bomb site. Denied instead. A 3 versus 4 as Grubby's sat on top of things. And yeah, very 1-by-1-by-1 take for the HAVU side, as Hoodie's the only person who actually finds any real success. And they now will know that he's playing up upon heaven. Needs this headshot. In fact, gets the spray down. The fadeaway onto Lemon as he wants to wrap his way around. But time is running very, very thin for Hoodie at this point. He really needs to make his way into one of these bomb sites. But I don't think it's going to happen. I very much doubt that he'll find another kill here. He hasn't got the Kevlar. He hasn't really got the health either. With a smoke down, he might as well just save the AUG. That's exactly what he's doing. So although HAVU aren't going to have a lot of money going into the third, this is one rifle that they can bank on.
Well, they will be able to hold on to it. Or Hoodie will be able to hold on to it. But the problem is, when you hold on to a weapon on the T side, you don't get money for losing the round. So Hoodie is sitting on just below 1,000, which more or less forces them to go for a bit of a force buy here, which is exactly what they're going for. And I don't personally like that too much. I would have loved to see them go for an eco and just have Hoodie on a bit of a limited weapon for the next round instead.
I agree. Yeah.
This could be very troublesome here for HAVU.
Yeah, they've obviously done this as well because they're feeling confident in themselves. They realise that they're the favourites in this one. They want to go for those aggressive pickups. They are probably a little bit bullish and pugnacious in their approach. They really, really think that they can get onto the board early, which is exactly what you want to do on the T side. That is a very slim angle for MHL to
like
even
JW style
consider hitting a shot. And he does. Dota down to 32 points of health.
Dodo has taken some damage here. MDL as well. Just a bit. Sydney going for the peak on those steps, but gets taken down immediately here by Saw. Slowy, in the meantime, he finds one of his own. Lehman gets taken down. Actually, a real good start to the... Oh, that nade, though. Furlan hitting some nice shots and dealing good damage with the nade as well. Taking good damage himself. Another nade lands right beneath his feet. Slowy gets dropped by Gruby. I'm going to be all on Sorry. And he gets shut down. good retake coming through here from Ego. A nice nade there, as I said, from Furlan. Almost taken down. I believe that was Saul, was it? Took him down to 4 HP. Could have almost shut him down completely. HAVU do manage to get the bomb down, which gives them enough money to actually justify another false buy. They're in a weird spot now.
Yeah, very awkward spot where you either go for AK-47s and no utility, or you go for this 5 MAC-10 setup. Held to it, and they've got all the utility you can really dream of. They've got the smokes, 4 of them, HEs as well. On the B-bomb site, it is actually useful keeping those HEs. You saw it there. It is an instant rush downstairs, and I think that this is probably going to catch Ego off guard. They've had a couple of swings at this B-bomb site, but now HAVU, they're coming back for more. They want revenge, as they might actually move up and try and flank the ramp. Of course, Ego doesn't really have the information just yet as to how many people are downstairs, but that'll finally grant it. Sydney is likely going to get caught off by this angle. How does he check it? He's obviously got, I think, Zori just tucked inside. He'll get smoked off as well, so he'll be right within this and able to take a testy flank. Of course, the shot's coming in. There's those nasty nades again. Ego might even decide to save. This might be intelligent, meaning that, of course, HAVU, they don't grab hold of the rifles, and instead they are going to fall and falter on the B-bomb site. They'll probably be sat upon the $4,000 mark, but look how much money they've granted themselves after those frags. 4, 5, almost $6,000 for these members of HAVU, and there's an extra. A bit of cash right there. A lot of bang for your buck over in that 4th round, as well as overall taking it 1-3.
Yeah, and furthermore, not only granting themselves money, but they've also dealt a good amount of economical damage towards Ego. Pretty good round here for HAVU. Obviously, getting that 3-round losing bonus helps them out in that regards. They do have a pretty good chance of I was about to say bringing this one back, but it's not like they're super far behind or anything. We just started on the game, so they're still like, this is pretty common. This happens quite a bit.
They're such a cool team. 3-0 behind. Well, at 2-0 behind. Let's start from there. They then go for the force buy. 3-0 behind, a force buy, and they're finally able to win one. You can sometimes get caught in that buy loop. Sydney absolutely annihilated there. To have a player aware enough to be checking over in that corner, as intelligent as it is, and you can see that HAVU now starting to flex their muscles. Here on the T side of Nuke, we saw a T-sided Nuke earlier on today. Heretics are able to steal it back, but this has been... There you go. Starting to falter after being so far ahead. Next round, it'll be back to the ecos for them. Their first eco of the map. Here, round 6. Let's see how many rifles they can keep alive. There's one down the toilet. And Lemon's got to pretty desperately stay alive here. He's got 20 seconds to do so. And they're already down towards hell. Lemon obviously hears them here. I think he'll stay alive. There's no real opportunity unless somebody was to turn around right there. He'll actually go down. There's no way that he survives that. Yep, Doto waves goodbye to him, and a second round gets posted.
Second round on the board now for HAVU. Actually off to a decent start here. Well, the start, the actual start, the pistol, the following 2 rounds weren't great for HAVU. The 4th round and now the 5th going in their favor is really good. Furthermore, the economy has been hurt quite substantially on Ego. That means that HAVU pretty good opportunity to find another. But Dodo missing his shots here. Not hitting anything at all. That's a big whoopsie, I suppose. In the meantime, the rest of HAVU making a move in towards the A-bomb site, getting the bomb down nice and easy. Setting up for the after plant position now. It's going to be Saw catching one. Sorry as well. He catches a double. Slowly taking care of Sydney. Saw with the following one onto MHL. And we're all tied up at 3 apiece.
Yeah, it feels like HAVU are playing some very confident Counter-Strike right now. A little bit behind, obviously, T-side of Nuke. Nothing really to panic about, but a lot of teams at that point start to lose ideas, start to run out of steam. However, HAVU didn't fall into that trap, of course, going for force buy after force buy, and are now in a very commanding, dominant position with money galore just lying in their pockets. Slowy almost $7,000 residual cash after the investment. He's got loads of money to work with. The Ego side, not the case. Saw finds that opening onto a very poor Ego team. They've only got about $600 between them. Not even enough to go on holiday.
Depends. You can actually go from Denmark to the UK for right around that.
Yeah, but who would want to do that? It's absolutely freezing outside. No, like, I'm a big advocate for UK tourism, but not this time of year.
LOOT.BET, made for live betting.
Yeah, stay at home.
You heard it here first. Stay at home. Don't visit the UK, is what the UK representatives tells you.
Well, not this time of year. Come in July.
I mean, I've never been to the UK, even though it's like the cheapest place that I can fly to from Denmark, and I don't think I wanna, even though one of my real good friends is from the UK.
Is it me?
No. Yeah, that was a bit passive aggressive. I apologize.
No, I made.
But no, I'd rather like meet my friend in like a nice location, like I don't know, the Maldives or something like that, or Vegas. Why not?
Yeah, because you don't want to fight for your country. Low IQ plus simp is a lethal combination. Don't know what he's on about. Anyway, a couple of picks towards ramp. MHL missing some crucial shots. And there you go. Yeah, they are really missing out on a lot of these crucial opportunities. Furlan, a really big chance to get back into this 8th round. Lemon as well. He's really tossed that nade in and try and do the damage onto Slowy, but he's able to backtrack. Bomb goes down, and now a 3 versus 2 retake, which is going to be very difficult for Ego to get back into this bomb site. I don't even think it's necessary that they take this chance. You might as well keep these 2 rifles alive. Lemon can drop. Sydney and MHL can go for somewhat of a buy. HAVU won, obviously, 3 out of the last 4 rounds. So that gives Ego, let me work it out, quite a bit of loss bonus. Means that they can probably go for somewhat of a buy.
Yeah, can they though? I mean, if
Yes.
Lehman holds on to this weapon, so he'll be able to drop for Groovy. Furlan holding on to his, so he does not have to rebuy. So yeah, they will be able to muster up a buy here. It's not going to be the greatest. They are going to be lacking a bit of utility, but they do manage to get a pretty good buy out of this one.
They're not going to go for it, though.
They should.
And I'll tell you why. It's because they don't want to. And the second reason is because they can go for a half buy here in the 9th and then go for a full buy in the 10th and give them a good opportunity in both rounds. If they went for a buy here in the 9th, then they don't have a buy in the 10th. So it's either 2 almost full buys or a half buy and then a full buy. So they want to really put their eggs in this CT basket and think that they're good enough to take it. If HAVU are to win the next 2 rounds, and this gamble really hasn't paid off, it's really a reverse gamble. It's like putting money on 20 of the 32 numbers in blackjack, or 36 numbers in blackjack. In roulette even. God, I'm tired. What's going on, Cheat?
I'm not sure either. I think what's going on right now is that Ego decided to not go for the false buy. I don't necessarily agree with that, considering that they've managed to deal some economical damage to HAVU in these last couple of rounds. And that means that if they went for the force buy in a round like this, they could have potentially broke their economy and gotten a couple of rounds on the board. I think the investment would have potentially paid off. It's looking pretty good regardless, though. Sydney catching a double here. Lehman and Furlan catching one each. Dodo is now going to be the last man standing inside of the smoke. He does take a bit of damage. As Garubi sprays and prays with the Desert Eagle. That's not how that weapon is supposed to work, but he managed to make it work. Dodo almost likewise, as he almost clutches out the 1-on-3. Not quite, though. Eagle picks up the round from an eco.
Yeah, lovely stuff. There's that half buy that we were kind of debating just a few moments ago, and it allows him to get back on the board. Obviously playing the sensible game instead of going for anything too risky. And now HAVU forced onto that aforementioned dodgy buy, where they really don't have all too much. They've won with a couple of these before. UMP, a couple of Mac 10s, of course. The double Galil as well being picked up. So it's a very ragtag buy, and Furlan, he's going to be the first to crunch into this lessened T side. Dodo takes a lot of damage, saw Alexa dodge downstairs. So he's got a plethora of angles to take. And Sydney, oh, he almost spotted that one. Saw the timing's perfect. He's able to take him from the back line. As this bomb, it's been down for a fair bit, but Ego are no closer to making their way downstairs. You can see they're already just scouting outside. Great AWP shot in, and it doesn't even really seem like Ego's going to go for this one. They've got so many more angles to take, and not a lot of time to do it with. They've got the kits, but the time is just not on the board. Almost a wild spray down. And they just don't have enough time. There's not enough time on this clock. Are they actually going to die to this bomb? No, they're not. So they will backtrack and back away. But for Ego there, that is such shaky stuff. Really makes me doubt them in this series a lot more than I actually did before. I gave them somewhat of a chance, but that is a really rookie, amateurish thing to do. Pushing into the bomb site with only 10 seconds left. I'm not sure about that one.
Bit of a blunder there from Ego, perhaps. It's something we see every once in a while, and the reason why we see it every once in a while, I can give you a bit of an insight on that, is because if you just straight up go for the retake immediately, and you do that every single time, it's so incredibly predictable what you're about to do. So instead of straight up going for it, they'll rather change up their positions a little bit and wait until the last second and then make something explosive. It's basically the same that we see on initial executes every once in a while.
Round number 11. And the money's never really been good so far this game for either team all the way through. Outside, this AWP still holding. Furlan saved from the previous round. Couldn't have invested it. Didn't have enough money. HAVU now using these smokes to their advantages, 4 of which trying to move outside, get down to secret, try and cause somewhat of a stir as Slowy is causing a bit of distraction inside. He's been able to sneak out of Squeaky and make his way straight down vents. I'm not sure if Ego know about this, though. They did pop a couple of bullets straight in, and you can see its pistols wrapped around a lot of these corners. So although HAVU have taken a lot of ground control, their mate Shell is here to try and prevent this bomb from going down. If the C4 goes through, he's going to be in to try and startle the attack. Needs a shot, doesn't manage it. Really needed a headshot there. That means that HAVU have full control of B. Should be a 6th round here. They've got an ironclad defense to be able to hold this one back down. Furlan might as well save this AWP once again. And it's a pretty easy round from HAVU. They just pretty much walked onto the bomb site there.
HAVU showing dominance exactly how I expected them to show up in this game, at least. As I said, HAVU, I think we spoke about this Tuesday, I think. HAVU probably the favorites for this entire...
Yeah, I would probably say so as well.
They are definitely the highest currently ranked team in this season of LOOT.BET. So they are definitely, you know, if not the favorite, definitely up there as one of the big favorites for this one. HAVU, they always surprise me positively when I watch them play. I feel like they have a very structured way of playing Counter-Strike. Sometimes so structured that it might get a little bit boring to watch. I'm not trying to compare them to Astralis. I'm just saying it's the same type of scenario that happens with Astralis, where Astralis are super structured, which is why they're sometimes a little bit boring to watch.
I remember when Astralis had that super dominant run of form where they were just winning tournament after tournament after tournament before the Liquid rise. People were just hating on Astralis, weren't they? Because, yeah, they were seen as boring. They were seen as not an exciting team. And, yeah, a lot of teams struggle to find a fan base predicated off of that. Maybe that's something that's held HAVU back a little bit. But right now, they're making quite a scene on the T side of Nuke. Grubby finding one shot. Lemon with one of his own. Swords to last alive. And that really got shut down just there. HAVU didn't really have the bite, the clamp onto A that they previously were able to nail. This has been one of their first attempts at a solid execute. And you see how it's dispatched with by that CT side.
Yeah, but we gotta keep in mind that this map is pretty heavy CT-sided. Am I gonna jinx it again? Every single time I've said that this map is CT-sided, it's actually like the game that we've watched at that point have actually gone in favor of the T side. So who am I to judge? But I do believe that this is a fairly heavy CT-sided map. And due to that, HAVU getting 6 rounds on the T side already is pretty good, especially as you pointed out earlier, they are very comfortable on their CT side.
Yeah, that's definitely their better side. I really do dig the HAVU CT sides in a lot of these situations on Train, on Nuke, hopefully on Vertigo, which is obviously coming up shortly. So I'm expecting to see some good CT sides out of them today. Nuke definitely has to be one of them. Furlan and MHL both putting that double AWP setup to use. Hoodie and Saw both dropping down to 0. Toto dropping down to Secret as he wants to move inwards and do a little bit of damage here. He snuck through. Ego have been giving up a lot of map control, which is pretty much the most dangerous tendency of a weak CT side on Nuke, I would say, is giving up so much map control because it allows you to get shocked and surprised from the back. Like, look how far Doto is in. He's already snuck towards the back of ramp before Ago even know where he is. So he's going to have the most wonderful of after-plant positions if Sydney hadn't have hit that headshot. He goes down, slowly finds another, and now with 30 seconds left, Ago need to make the way back once again. 12 HP on Sydney. So that Molotov towards door is going to be crucial. Slowy's still upstairs. He needs to really hurry up and make his way down. He's left Zori all alone, but he makes his way over, and it's a long 10-second defuse. Would never have had it. The timing's beautiful and perfect. And MHL, nothing he can do about it. Might as well just fall back and save the AWP.
That he will. As the AWP does get saved, it is going to be another round on the board here for HAVU. That's their 7th. Nice little smooth to finish off the round there. MHL does hit a nice shot early on alongside with Furlan, catching a couple of frags very early in the round. But HAVU still managed to fight back. And again, that's one of the things that is very impressive, at least to me, about HAVU. I think what I remember the most for when I watch them play is their train games and how they're always able to bring it back, or at least it seems like they're always able to bring it back, even if they're pretty far behind, and even if the round is not going in their favor whatsoever. We see a little bit of that on this one as well. Bit of a slower start to this one. HAVU just taking their time, trying to figure things out exactly where they want to move. It looks like they want to go for something down towards Secret, at least with one of their players. The rest are going to make a move out towards the outside as well, but they're a bit delayed.
Oh, that's a crucial shot to nail. Sorry, at least nailing that one. Outside, 45 seconds left. You can see the flashes just pile in to try and bait Ago to look in different directions. Maybe even just cause a little bit of distraction. The main push is coming towards ramp. Sydney knows it, but there's nothing he can do about it. Lemon from behind, able to eliminate that ult from the server. Could have been able to do a little bit more if he could nail the headshot, but remember he's got the AUG in his hand. That's not a one bullet, one tap from that range. Furlan now has to do it all with the AUG, but he gets caught from the side. 15 seconds left. It'll be an easy bomb plant here. There's nothing that either of these players can do. They're stuck on A behind this Molotov. HAVU should be able to take number 8 here. And even going for this one's a little bit of a risk. Remember that they won't be able to go for a full buy anyway. There's the opener that they really needed. Slowy sat right up above. An often sprayed angle after that recent Smooya shenanigan. Up towards heaven. But a great headshot. Not nailed. And it's Hoodie versus the pair of players. Needs to hit both. It's Grubby to actually come out on top there. And he'll just about get it.
Yeah, plenty of time. Almost gets it twice here. But yeah, that was a pretty nice retake coming in from Ago. Probably should have gone in the way of HAVU. This first shot from Furlan is what started the whole thing. He was patiently waiting. Lehman did manage to catch one as well. A couple of good frags across the board. But again, the problem here for Ago is whenever they win a round, they barely scrape past. Whenever HAVU wins a round, it's pretty comfortable. I mean, they survived with 3 players or more. And yeah, that is a big problem here for Ago if that continues in the second half. Already a pretty good half here for HAVU. I think they spotted the player actually making a move down, but it doesn't matter. Sydney. Sick double spray down on the FAMAS, one of those buffed weapons in the most recent update. Lehman and MHL, they catch one each. It's going to be all on Saw. 1 on 5. It needs the ace for this one. I can almost promise you that's not going to happen. And yes, indeed. He gets taken down as Ago picks up the final round for the first half. That's going to be 8-7 in their favor.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff from Ago to at least take a couple of rounds back at the end. That felt like a pretty done deal as of that point. Now they've got an actual opportunity. If they can take this pistol round, then it's not beyond the realms of possibility that they're able to actually take this one back and make it maybe 11-7 and then a couple of gun rounds. Then you're right knocking at the victory door. HAVU definitely have the better opportunity, don't they? 7 rounds on your T side of Nuke is usually more than enough, especially for a team like HAVU who are so regimented and used to this CT side. I'm kind of sure, don't want to say absolutely sure, knock on wood, that we'll probably be seeing some heavy and strong HAVU CT sides here today. I expect that that's probably why they've picked up Vertigo as their second map.
Pretty important pistol here for Ago. Again, it is a CT-sided map. HAVU are pretty strong on that CT side. So if Ago wants a good chance of potentially getting a victory here on Nuke, I feel like they desperately need this pistol. Otherwise, I think it's going to be an uphill struggle and pretty tough for them.
It's going to be an uphill hike, I think. 8 rounds on the T side of Nuke against HAVU is usually like quite a bit too much.
Furthermore, this is Ago's map pick with only 40% win rate. They've played it 8 times in the past 3 months. HAVU, they have a 75% win rate in now 27 times played in the last 3 months. Bit of a break coming through here. Players just fixing some things, I suppose. I don't suspect this is tactical, considering that it's been going on for a bit already. So I think that they're experiencing some technical issues, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't last all that long. Hopefully we'll get them readied up for this one soon enough. In the meantime, I want to encourage you guys real quick to make sure that you hit the follow button here on Twitch. And while you're at it, if you scroll down underneath the stream, there's a little nice banner that says follow us. That's not me or Squid, that's UCC. You can follow them on VK, which is the predominantly Russian service, or you can follow them on Twitter or Instagram. I would suggest Twitter. Twitter is a nice place to follow anything esports, but if you are from one of those Russian-speaking countries, VK is a pretty good spot as well. If you want to follow me or Squid, you can type !casters in the chat. You'll get our social media posted up there.
I wouldn't do that. I never tweet.
I mostly complain on Twitter.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Neither of us are very entertaining on Twitter.
I mean, it depends. If you like to see someone lose his marbles all the time, you should definitely follow me.
You know what's actually interesting? I'm just having a look through the stats right now, and these are HAVU stats on Nuke, and their biggest ever win on Nuke was actually a 16-3 against, guess who? Against Ago.
Yeah.
So, there you go. That's a bit of a plot twist, right?
Yeah, the last 2 victories they had on this map. Well, not the last 2, but last 2 times they met Ago on this map is what I'm trying to say. HAVU won 16-8 and 16-3. So again,
yeah, quite ballsy that you'd actually pick it up. Obviously,
yeah,
Ago must have been done some sort of anti-stratting to want to pick it against HAVU.
If they haven't done like huge anti-stratting, they're just silly.
Yeah, we're about to find out, I think.
It is looking better for HAVU to start off with here. As I say that, Slowy does get taken down. Saw setting up for the smoke. Allows him to pass down towards the stairs instead. Saw needs to be careful about not tapping away too much, because he's on that CSET 75, which means he does not have all that many bullets to work with. 3-on-4 situation as Sydney has taken a good chunk of damage. It is heavily favoring HAVU here for the pistol. I love this jump peek, actually. The jump peek there from Saw is so cool. It means that he can just spot a pixel of the player, but the player can barely see him either. Gives him an opportunity to spot a player and potentially, you know, at the very least, get ready for that player. He spots another one. You see it here, showcased perfectly. Thank you, Mr. Observer Guy. Furlan does catch one onto Saw. Sydney down into the site for the plant. Oh no. Oh no.
That's a big oof, isn't it? Certainly just not enough health to really get away with that one, and I don't think Doto, even if he had been on full HP, would have let him get out of his grasp right there. A great round for HAVU. Remember, that's a little bit of extra money in his pocket. He's going to be feeling fairly decent about that one. And you can see he picks up the M4 CD75. He's got that from the previous round. And a full cocktail of nades. An HE, a smoke, a molly, a flash. He's got everything that you could want. And against unarmored opponents, sorry, that is often exactly what you need to be able to shut down a round. And he's playing at extreme range, of course, against the Glocks, having that M4 in hand. Hoodie's also got one, just not as many nades to bolster up on. We're seeing a lot more rifles purchased by winning teams on these second rounds. They're a lot stronger. than the SMG counterparts at this point, after the M4 is, of course, stronger, and then the pharmacies have been buffed, whereas before it might have been debatable or negotiable as to which one's better. And of course, if you pick up SMGs in this second round, it means that you get put in a third round situation, this bravado, where your opponents probably have better weapons than you do, and then you have to either go for a bonus, a bit of a risk, or not. Hoodie's going to allow them to drop down vents. Didn't want to get too aggressive on Spooky Door there, didn't know if there was going to be a second player or not towards Pop Dog. However, the cross is stunted, and it's going to be HAVU surviving with 4, both M4s picked back up, and only an SMG evaporated off that CT side. So all around, a very successful round for the CTs.
Yeah, and that is sort of how this game has gone thus far. Even though it looks very, very balanced on the board, or very competitive on the board, the game for the most part has been in the favor of HAVU. What I mean by that is, I said it a bit earlier, but the rounds that x-kom, or Ego rather, the rounds that they've won on their CT side were incredibly close. Whereas the rounds that HAVU won on their T side were very one-sided. So it's already looking pretty good here for HAVU, and it has been for the majority of this game. On our hands, Dodo peeking a bit towards the outside, spots his first opponent, shuts him down, Furlan down and out. MHL though, and Lehman.
Wow.
Do manage to bring it back. Slowy in a good spot. He catches MHL, shuts him down. That's the bomb out of the equation. Sorry, needs to be careful, which is why he's not going for the peak. He's not going for the chase here. So he just wants to hold on to his life. Slowy. He's picked up an AK-47. They're gonna allow Lehman to pick up this bomb, which makes pretty good sense.
Remember, he's going to have to play so slowly, isn't he, to get to any of these bomb sites? He's pretty much going to have to check every single corner on his entrance.
One could say that he has to play slowy.
Hey.
Ugh, kill me.
Lehman might. He might take the other 2 players from HAVU with him. He's going towards way, and oh, Zori massively missing that one. 7 HP left, and he's going to be baited into the crosshair. That mistake, that mishap, and Lemon is out of time. Doesn't really matter at the end of things, and he wants to bait Slowy into taking that peak, but doesn't. 8 to 10.
I like the
Insomnia boos you, by the way. Hey, Insomnia.
Yeah, I'm used to that. I don't know why Insomnia just randomly drops into cast that I do and tells me that I suck. It happens way too often. I mean, he's not wrong, but could be nice about it.
What are you doing now, Insomnia? Are you a chef?
He's a cutie, that's what he is.
Ooh. Slowy with a bit of a spray down there. Headshot found as he recedes back to the B bomb site. A bit of a stunted push for the Ago side as they kind of get cornered their tracks over by ramp, unable to do anything else. Lots of time on the board, but not a lot of options to use and utilize as they want to perhaps move downstairs. So just wrapped around here. And HAVU just holding their ground. Often a CT side might be tempted to just falter and push into this ramp position to disallow Ago from moving anywhere else. But HAVU have superior map knowledge and know that they're actually putting their opponents at an advantage. If they do that, Grubby finds a beautiful headshot in the meantime. And that lets them escape that area that they were kind of pincered within. Sydney, what's he looking for? There's no guns that way. It's only the M4, which he actually missed. There it is. It's on the body. 30 seconds left, but HAVU, they're right on top of these bomb sites. Don't think they'll be giving all too much away here. Grubby right up above, but remember, Hoodie's hidden right behind the box. If he hears this drop-off, he'll be very fast to respond. Here it comes. Easy spray down. All 30 bullets. Puts into that wall. It's 8 to 11.
Just making sure that he paints the wall red. Because why not? I don't like yellow that much either, so I'm with him on that one. 11th of the board now for HAVU. Starting off strong here on the second half as well, just like they finished up very strong on the first half. Ego, in a bit of a pickle already. They are going to go for the full buy in this round. They are lacking a bit of utility though. That could potentially be an issue. As we do have full utility on the HAVU side of it, but Furlan and MHL lands the first couple of shots. It's nice ones at that. Hoodie will answer back with one of his own. Lehman gets taken down. To have an AWP on Slowy as well. He's posted up towards that ramp position. Furlan is just patiently waiting for anyone to overextend from the HAVU side. And I'll have to say, I just saw someone in chat asking why in God's name would Ego pick Nuke? I'm as baffled as you are.
I don't know either. Obviously, they've played HAVU. This is the third time that they've played on Nuke, and all of the results seem to be quite similar. Maybe they're getting better and better and better. Wasn't the previous one a 16-3 and then a 16-8, and now they're at 11-8, so maybe they're looking to take like 2 or 3 more rounds every single time they play them, and then one day they'll be able to convincingly beat them. Is that the theory?
Maybe that's the game theory?
It's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. 15 seconds left. B-bomb site not cleared yet. Furlan, great shot. He was actually stolen away by Grubby, but Furlan surely finds that one. 6 HP is enough. 9 to 11 between these two teams as Egu close up the gap and actually force somewhat of an eco. I think Zori and Slowy, they can't buy. I can't really see how they're going for this when they could force. They do force. What do you think of this?
That's interesting. I mean, it somewhat makes sense, and the only reason why I say that is because Zori, I've seen him on that scout before, and he's a beast. He hits some sick shots with it. Every once in a while, you just see him like line up the headshots one after the other. So it's maybe not the worst thing to have him on a scout. Slowy is a bit troublesome. He's only on a P250, so probably not going to see much from him, of course. The rest of them on M4s. This could also take their opponents by surprise. So I guess there is an argument for it, but I'm not a massive fan.
The scoreline closing up in Doto's already been taken down. As you said, Slowy's almost caught out of the action with just a P250. And then Zori's not doing too well either. He's got a scout, no body armor, no head armor, no nothing. No nades, no hope. A minute remaining. And I feel like Ego know that the economy is low here, so I would be expecting a straight execute onto the A-bomb site. Knowing that HAVU haven't got the nades to be able to keep this one back. Moving downstairs leaves so many nooks, crannies, and corners. Slowy might be on the flank, but is his timing going to be as impeccable as that first shot from Zori? He needs to now move through, and they are not checking this. This could fall apart. HAVU have kind of wrapped them in on this site. Slowy finally drops down, saws the next in line, and Ego do survive. Bomb down. Zori's the last alive with the scout. Not much that he can do. And this will be a 10th on the board. He can try and salvage his AK-47. Nobody watching the angle. Should be an easy little pick, little take. He's just got to reach. If he had Slender Man arms, he'd be able to grab it from here.
Why is no one booing you when you make bad jokes?
That's not a joke. It's a fact. If he did have Slenderman arms, he would be able to. And it's because I'm British, so I can get away with it. Monty Python. That's basically just loads of bad jokes.
No, don't say that. Python is king, okay? You cannot say that.
Yeah,
I'll
they are
leave
kind of
right
bad
now.
Like, Ministry of Funny Walks is just a bad joke.
No, that's so good.
Like, the parrot thing, it's like a bad joke. They are all bad jokes. They're funny, they're good, but they are bad jokes.
They're
Like,
not.
let's be
They're
honest.
amazing, especially for their time. Like today, they would.
Okay, alright. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. That's a bad joke. That's not even a joke.
Whatever, man.
I guess I'm not making any fans here today, as per usual. 1 minute 30 left on the board. The x-kom side have pretty much taken downstairs towards the B-bomb site, and it's all on Zori. He's the only man with the AK-47, and he needs to really shut this down, but first shot missed. The element of surprise gone. And now they can try and crunch into his position. He needs the headshots, and there is the first that gets instantly taken away. Roto's the next man in line, Mac 10. Now everybody else with the MPs should be able to do anything whatsoever. Should be even Stevens, a gone scoreline, an all-bomb conclusion. Shell doesn't quite connect. Slowly killing Saw. He's going for the knife. He wants it. I've got a feeling he's not going to get it. All of these players are on. Yeah, I know. I think they might have an idea that he's doing. The idea that he'd run down to the B site. What a little prankster. 11 to 11. And now HAVU can finally get weapons back out.
It's about time that they get some weapons in their hands again, but another problem that we've spoken about before and we see once more is that we don't have a whole lot of utility here for HAVU. That could be an issue, especially as we do see fast aggression to the A-bomb site. It's Ferlin who catches a double. Very fast aggression indeed. Love this smoke coming into the play. Allows a gap on the backhand of it. Dodo flashing through. Spots one. Almost takes him down. Dinks him down to 4 HP. And Sorry left on his lonesome. Very good fast aggression towards the A-bombs out here from Ago. Came as a complete surprise for HAVU, it seemed. Sorry, needs to be careful. Bit of a wallbang attempt there. There you have it. Ago bringing it back to the lead. 12-11.
LOOT.BET, made for live betting.
Go ahead by 1. HAVU back to the ecos. Oh, why has he gone for such a heavy buy here? I don't know. He's the only player who's gone down south of $1,000 here. This is absolutely unnecessary. Is there any reason why he would have done this, Jeet?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, not really. It's
I would like to, I would like to try of justify this buy here from Saw. Honestly, and I hate to say this, I think it's a bit of a rage buy.
Yeah, they have been crunched, and I feel like the previous two results, being firmly Ago losses, The last couple of results being strictly HAVU wins. I think they were expecting this one to be a bit of a breeze, bit of a blast, and it absolutely hasn't. Ago have been actually very, very competitive. Every opportunity to close this one down here. He might be able to save a Krieg, and this is literally the best case scenario for him. He needs to hide for about another minute. I don't think they're going to let him save. Nope, they're not.
Not happening.
Takes his head off.
Yeah, Ego. I think you got a point there. Ego, they didn't look great the last couple of times these two teams met on this map. And HAVU probably may be underestimating their opponents a little bit. Furthermore, Ego are just playing good Counter-Strike right now. They're hitting their shots, they're playing well off each other. They're controlling the pace of the game very well. Going for something quick, then changing it up, going for something slow. Going for interesting plays towards the outside, towards vents, splits all across the board. Ego are playing real good Counter-Strike on Nuke. They've definitely worked on this map.
Yeah, and they've been picking it a lot against this HAVU side, and it might finally pay off. Of course, Vertigo next, a tough series on the cards for them, but Nuke is seeming like home territory for them at last. HAVU now on the ropes. They need to be able to prevent this bomb from going down, and Hoodie is in the back line, but it's not going to be too much of a surprise. He is ready and waiting. Yeah, I did start off this series by saying that it is I thought it might even be a 3-mapper. Everybody laughed at me.
I didn't necessarily laugh, but I didn't agree. That's for sure. I highly disagreed with you. I'll give you that much. But at this point, I'll say, if Ego picks up this map, I don't see any chance of Ego winning on Vertigo. I might be wrong in that, though. Ego might have just been boot camping hardcore over the last couple of weeks here and focused on a lot of their problems. That might be the case. Who am I to judge? MHL takes care of Sorry. It's going to be all down to Hoodie. He needs the quad kill to clutch this one out. Oh! That's a sick shoulder peek from Hoodie. Unfortunately for him, Sydney is right on the edge of it. Does eventually take him down. Look at this shoulder peek here.
That is disgusting, isn't it?
I love it.
He isn't able to account for Sydney there, who sat right around the corner. But HAVU, I really like that retake attempt there. The pop flash comes through. It doesn't quite work its magic. However, he's able to find the kill nonetheless. And then that disgusting shoulder peek to put them back on. But yeah, another slight force buy here. Doto going down in the early portions of this round. Sorry, then dropping also. Hoodie, he's salvaged, of course, an XM. But he's got so many different angles to watch, to look for. And main might be aggressed. Ego firmly slowing this pace down. As Furlan trying to rotate and wrap outside. HAVU behind by 3 whole rounds. This has been a very, very weak CT side for them. It's actually been a bit of a shocker.
I'm a little bit shocked.
I'm not. I predicted it.
Well, to be fair, you went back on that pretty quickly.
No, you shouted at me. You laughed at me and shouted at me. You bullied me. On air. Check the VODs. Great shot, but it's about to get sandwiched in. And the CZ75, it's so hard to pick up 2 quick frags like that with the CZ75 that he instantly goes down. And now Ego will know that the money is low. And HAVU need 4 in a row. It's a dire situation for the Finns, who might be forced to fight on their home territory, Vertigo. We might see 2 extremely, incredibly long series here today. Started our broadcast 5.5 hours ago. See if Ego can finish this off with one foul swoop. Molotov submerging is a bomb site right over the top as well. Great little initial spray, taking Saw down to 56. MHL just peering in from behind, looking towards ramp, seeing if anybody's going to peek, get over aggressive. Maybe Slowy will here as he rotates up towards ramp. He could look towards this position. It's ill-advised, but he doesn't know that the AWP is watching. Did he get the information there, MHL? Unscopes, wrong time. Terrible timing. That's when you need to be right on the money. Smokes are in. And with more than a minute left, Furlan's going to rotate in the back, and HAVU have no idea Hoodie's watching for it. But if he goes down, this might lose the A bomb site with it. He needs a headshot. Fast and firm. Smokes are in, and he misses that shot. Furlan now gives him a real opening here. No Molotov for the corner. And Saw, what can he do? He's only good for one. Now it's down to Zori. Molotov forces him away. No, it doesn't. It extinguishes within the smoke. He's now got an opportunity to flash his way through and prevent this bomb from going down. 30 seconds left. And they're planting out in the open. Zori's unable to do anything. NHL instead with a shot through the smoke. Doesn't connect. Instead goes with the Krieg. Lemon finds one. They only need to find Slowy for Nuke to be theirs. And he's about to move, I thought, through the smoke, but instead just holds and halts. Just a few more moments. The double peak secures it. 16-11 as AGO secure their first ever Nuke win against the Finns.
Can I rap for you?
Yeah, go on then.
No. I'm gonna do a poet instead, okay?
All right.
AGO, they're now left with a grin. Took HAVU to school. They let the lesson begin. Underestimating is a deadly sin, and just like that, terrorists win. AGO takes the victory on Nuke. There you have it. Next map is going to be Vertigo between these two teams. Let's see if HAVU can bring it back on, or AGO will shut them down with a 2-0 victory.
We'll see if they can take it back, if we're going to go to this 3-mapper right after this break.
Skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
Vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave. We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave. We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
Vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad when the baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skanking the rave.
We're skanking the rave, wrong with coat,
baseline drops, it's a vibes in ting, no skank in the rave.
We're skanking the rave. Wrong with coke, no shamps in the rave. Crowd go mad with the baseline drops. It's a vibes in ting, no skank in the rave.